What is up, boys? Back again with another video for y'all. So the title of this video is Making Others Happy Won't Make You Happy. And this idea just came into my mind, and I decided to record this video because I feel like it would be helpful to a bunch of other people, and basically, I used to think that the purpose, or not the purpose, but like I used to think, like, in the back of my head, that making others happy was the priority. Like, I would say F myself, I'm gonna make other people happy because that's what will make me happy, right? But that's the message I want to give out here, that making other people happy will not make you happy, right? And this is a thing that's hard to realize, right? Let's say that's one path will lead you to your true happiness, your true fulfillment, versus making other people happy. What's gonna end up happening is that, one, say you take the route of making other people happy, two things can happen. You truly make them happy, or you truly don't make them happy. Let's say that they do be happy. That could result in you being happy, right? Because the effect of another person's happiness on you. But basically, there's also a chance of them not being happy. So sometimes what you feel like you could do to others, you feel like you're trying to do good, but it's gonna end up becoming bad. And basically, you cannot base your happiness on other people, because the more and more you do that, the more and more you tell yourself that making other people, pleasing other people, it's gonna make you have the wrong things to look for, or the wrong things to do in life. Because if you focus solely on making other people happy, what's gonna end up happening is that you're gonna focus on things that you shouldn't be focusing on. Let's just say that you go to the gym, right? You go to the gym, and then you're like thinking about your fit, like you're overthinking about your fit, like, oh my gosh, like, am I doing this and that? Because you're thinking about what other people may think about you, the fit. But there's that one person who doesn't care about what they wear, but they just pull up to the gym and get a hard-ass good workout in. If you waste all your time and energy on focusing on what other people think of you, you're going to be wasting your brain points. If you don't know what brain points are, it's pretty much, we all have a certain amount of energy inside our mind. We can replenish it by, taking a nap, by going to sleep. Those brain points, right? That's why we take power naps, because it replenishes that brain points, gives us more cognitiveness, responsiveness, and basically it's like a restart in our brain, a recharge. So basically you're charging, right? But basically, every time we wake up, we have a certain amount of brain points, and if we waste all those brain points caring about what other people are thinking about us, instead of focusing on the things that's supposed to lead us to our goals, the things that's supposed to lead us to the person we truly want to be, instead of what other people want to be, we are not living the way we should, right? Because if we live like how other people want us to live, if we do the things what other people want us to do, what's gonna end up happening is that we just become them. We don't become us. We don't become our higher self, our best self. We become them. We become who they want us to be. Sometimes, I'm not saying like all the time you need to follow like the opposite of everyone, but what I am saying is that, if there's some idea that other people give you, or something that other people give you, just take a look at it and see, is that who you truly are, or is that who you want to fake to be to make others happy? An idea of this is, me converting to Islam. Basically, I was talking to my coworker about this, he's saying that he's crazy how my family's like Catholic, but I converted to Islam. And I also said to him, why would I follow a religion that I don't believe in? Because that's not gonna make me happy, right? But basically, I could have just became a good Catholic and forced myself to become a good Catholic, even if I don't believe in it, to make my family happy, right? But it will be truly painful in my soul knowing that it's not the truth, knowing that I don't believe in it, knowing that I don't want to follow it. It will hurt my soul truly. And that's like a perfect example of how making other people happy won't make you happy. Because when I accepted Islam, I found a happiness, a peacefulness inside of my heart, inside of my soul that I cannot describe. You know, the closest thing I can find to is probably finding MMA. But like, that's like lower, because I could lose MMA, but I could not lose my religion. Because if I lose my religion, I lose my purpose, I lose everything. I lose direction. Probably like my anxiety is gonna come back, because every time I get like, my anxiety comes back, right? I always think that. I always think of Allah. I always think of God, right? That's the only thing that's keeping me like sane, keeping me happy, keeping me on my feet. But imagine if I did not have that, just because I wanted to make my family happy. You cannot put your happiness based on other people's. Let's say that you wanted to wear this outfit because you think it looks nice, it looks cool. And other people bash on it, you know? But in your mind, you think it's nice, but in their mind, they laugh at you. You know, like, forget them, bro. You think it's nice, you like it, you rock it, bro. Whatever works for you is the thing that you should do. Doesn't mean others people think it's weird, or, you know, they think like, oh, you're kind of weird, bro. Doesn't mean that you should do it. Like, a good example of this is when I was a junior, and you know, I got off at 2:40, and I was like kind of like sleepy, kind of sluggish during lunchtime. So then I would work out in the library. I would work out in the, whatever it's called, courtyard. I don't know what it's called, but like in the lunch area, you can go outside and have lunch there. But I would do some jump ropes, some push-ups. I would work out there. Like, it was crazy, bro. Like, many people were just staring, calling me crazy. But I did that because it took away my anxiety. Because I have like bad like social skills, bro. Like, every time I go to school, I didn't really know anyone, right? And I just felt really nervous, and I didn't know what else to do, so that's what I did. And basically, if I let that thoughts inside of my head of other people caring about me, then I wouldn't have done that. But I didn't regret each and every day I did it. But you see how there's two paths? The second path, like, oh, I wonder if they're talking about me, this and that. If I listened to that, imagine I would have missed those days. But first, I took the first path, listening to myself, what I thought was right, instead of what other people think, or trying to make other people happy. Instead, I followed what I thought would make me happy. And I did that, and I don't regret one bit. I actually felt grateful that my younger self did that. And it's just so crazy to think, you know, how we're tribal animals, we're tribal creatures, right? We work best in like a tribe, in a community. But sometimes those things can lead to negative effects. You know, it's great for us to have community, you know? It's in biology, religion, it's everywhere. Psychology, it's everywhere that we should have like a community. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying actually the opposite of that. What I am saying is being aware of when sometimes it can hurt you, leading you to do things that you weren't originally supposed to do just for the pleasure or just for the validation of others. Because again, I cannot stress this enough, making other people happy will not make you happy. It will just put a void inside of your heart saying like, I did this for acceptance, I did this for them. You know, it kind of reminds me of that, like those videos I see of that daughter trying to get the dad's happiness, or getting the mom's happiness. But they do their best, but their parents or their mother or their father still don't accept them, or they still don't, what is that called? Like, give them that, oh my gosh, good job. Like, they don't give them that. I forgot what is that word. I don't know, gratitude, I guess. But they don't give them that gratitude. They don't give them that acceptance that they're yearning for. You know, maybe she's yearning for it, and then she keeps working hard and she still doesn't get it. That reminds me of each and every person. You know, how we just do things just to, we're like basically like that puppy. Like, we're doing things to make our master happy so we can get some treats, and that treats is, some validation. Basically, our treats is validation. We do things, and then if our master likes what we do, we get some validation. But if we keep chasing the treats, it's gonna end up in a path where we don't want to be in. We wanna live our life in a line to who we want to be, not who they want us to be. And that's enough for me. Improve your life and be the best possible person you can be.